Did you know that in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, if you somehow steal the overpowered Link from the prologue and bring him into the Great Sky Island, you can actually start the game with maximum heart and stamina, and with an unbreakable fully awakened Master Sword? Well, this is actually a glitch called Prologue Escape. Sadly, it was patched shortly after the game was released, but recently the glitch hunters Aergyl and mulberry were able to find a way to do this in the latest version of the game, which is 1.4.2. All we need to do is move Link into a shrine during a dialogue using a glitch called text dive. And if this dialogue gives us an armor for the first time, then we will be able to watch a memory while entering the shrine, and start the game with maximum hearts and stamina. To perform this glitch, you will need a save where you have not gotten any armor yet, but you can buy armors from a shop. It also means you will lose all your progress if you are on Switch 1. However, if you are on Switch 2, you could just use the second save slot to do this glitch, keeping the main save safe. The glitch consists of mainly two parts. Here are the stuff that we need to do this glitch. Before you start, find this cage in the monster camp near Lookout Landing and create a blueprint by fusing a choo-choo jelly to it. Part 1. Coating Text Dive. Coating is an NPC that gives you an armor when you give him a bubble gem for the first time. In order to activate the Text Dive glitch, another glitch called Recall Lock is used. When you do Recall Lock on a bow, and you take it with you, if you drop this bow anywhere, it will go back to its original position at an insane speed. So if Link is inside a cage with this bow, and the bow is recall locked at the entrance of a shrine, when the bow is dropped, it will carry Link all the way from where Coating is to the shrine. However, the bow will only bring Link to the entrance. It will not force Link into the shrine. And that's why we need a small board that is recall locked inside the shrine. Then we move the board back a bit and block it with a minecart, which is also recall locked by the way. This way, when the bow brings Link to this spot in front of the shrine and we delete the minecart, the board will act as a slingshot, pushing Link into the shrine. So here are the steps. Step 1. Mineru Fuse Entanglement. Go to Gutenberg Shrine, find this cave nearby, and save the game. Summon Mineru and hop onto her, equip a shield and drop it. Press Y, then immediately press plus. If you see green lines, watch 2 memories. If there are no lines, watch 1 memory. Exit the menu and the shield drop to the ground. Step 2. Code Fuse. Pick up the drop shield and try to fuse a control stick to it when Mineru is about to disappear. The control stick is moved to your position. If you failed, it's fused to the shield. In that case, just repeat step 1. Step 3. Portable culling shield. Stand on the control stick and swap shield, and immediately spam B so you don't go through the ground. Hop onto another control stick or Mineru to unlock your ability wheel, then fuse the control stick to your shield. This is a portable culling shield. Drop it and put it away. Whenever you want to pick it up, make sure you don't have any shield equipped. Step 4. Fuse entangle a bow and a shield. Do steps 1, 2, 3 again, but instead of fusing the control stick to your shield, fuse it to Mineru's back. Then take out a bow and fuse it to your weapon when Mineru is about to disappear. If you succeed, the bow is fused to your weapon and is also on the ground. If you fail, take out another bow and try again. Once you have succeeded, put the parent and the child away, which are the weapon and the bow respectively. Now take out a shield and fuse entangle it to another weapon. Finally, do not have any weapon or shield equipped and pick up the portable culling shield, then dismiss Mineru. Step 5. Likelike Invizlot a bow and a shield. Invizlot stands for Invisible Zuggle Object Transfer. It allows you to transfer objects between saves. Firstly, separate the children from the parents. Then feed the children bow and shield to the Likelike. And pick up one of the parent weapons. Then Invizuggle the parents by doing this. Press L and choose the map rune. Before it opens, spam right on the D-pad to drop the parent weapon, and spam right again to equip another weapon. Then spam left to drop the portable culling shield, and spam left again to equip another shield. Now let map menu open and drop the weapon you have equipped. Doing so will cause the parent weapon to disappear from your inventory. Now do this again with another parent weapon. After this is done, kill the Likelike. At this moment, the shield and the bow are Invizloted. Step 6. Invizuggle Overload. This glitch allows Link to equip 13 weapons at the same time, which will overload Link. To do that, we do Invizuggle 11 times more, but this time any weapon can be used. You can even use bows.
Hours later.
Once that is done, to make sure you are overloaded, equip a bow, pause and swap weapon. An extra weapon should drop to the ground. Now move the Invizloted bow and shield to this spot. Then recover the lost equipment by loading the save you created. If your body parts are missing, just unequip the armors, then equip them again. Step 7. Recall lock the bow. Make sure you do not have any shield or bow equipped. Then pick up the bow and the shield, and go to Gutenberg Shrine. Then drop them here. Firstly, we use recall on the shield here. Then we immediately pause, save the game, and reload it. Now this shield has been recall locked. Now we pick up the bow, and we put a hover stone at this spot. And glue a rocket to it. Then we activate it and repeat this 3 times more. We should be at an altitude of approximately 1,900 meters. Also, if your exit coordinate is 708, it will also help. Put the bow in a way it's facing the entrance of the shrine. Recall lock the bow and then we load the manual save. Step 8. Invizlot small board. Use a recall on the shield and pick it up. Then we go to this location where there is a small board. We need to fuse entangle this small board to our shield. Firstly, drop the Invizloted shield nearby. Now we do a glitch called Overload Cold Fuse to get a portable culling weapon. Jump and pause, then we swap weapon. An extra weapon will be dropped. This is called Overload Drop. Now fuse this weapon to a different shield. Then we take out a control stick and fuse this control stick to our weapon. The control stick will be moved to Link's location. Then we just hop onto it and swap weapon. Then immediately spam B to hop off. Finally, we take out another control stick to unlock the ability wheel, and we fuse the first control stick to our weapon. And we have created a portable culling weapon. Now we can use a glitch called Overload Fuse Entanglement to fuse entangle the small board to our shield. But firstly, we have to zuggle the Invizlot shield using a glitch called Swap Resync Zuggle. So make sure you do not have any shield equipped and pick up the Invizlot shield. Stand with your back forming a 90-degree angle with respect to this wall. Then firstly drop a different weapon, then drop the portable culling weapon and equip another weapon. Then drop 3 weapons more if you are on switch 2, 2 more if you are on switch 1. Drop the Invizlot shield and equip another shield. Now unpause and pause again. On switch 1 you could press plus twice very fast, but on switch 2 you have to press B, then immediately press minus. Then press plus. Make sure Link is invisible in the pause menu. If he is, unequip your bow. Then drop the shield you have equipped, hold the left joystick downward and close the menu. If you succeeded, you should have 2 shields equipped. If you failed, just make sure you don't have any shield or weapon equipped before picking up the Invizlot shield and the portable culling weapon. Now swap shield to overload drop another shield. Fuse this shield to a weapon. Then use recoil on a small board and fuse it to your shield. Finally, drop the shield you are carrying and pick up the board shield. Once this is done, we bring the board to Gutenberg Shrine. Then we recoil lock the shield behind the shrine. Save the game. And we load the save. We put the board inside the shrine but leaving some room so that Link can fit in later on. Then we recoil lock it. Step 9. Zlot minecart. Zlot stands for Zuggle Object Transfer. It allows you to transfer objects between saves, just like Invizlot. The difference is that in this case, the appearance is visible on Link and can be dropped. Specifically, in this step, you have to fuse entangle a minecart to a weapon and zuggle that weapon. Go to this place. Create a portable culling shield. Then perform swap resync zuggle to zuggle a weapon. Take out 2 hoverstones and fuse them together so they act like a wall. Next, overload drop a weapon, fuse it to a shield, then use recoil on the minecart and fuse it to the weapon. Bring the minecart to Gutenberg Shrine. You can combine hoverstones and rockets to transport it. Recoil lock it this way near the blue circle. Then take out a hoverstone and fuse a material to it. Move it close to the board, and before it's glued to the board, activate recoil on the material. Pick up the material or cancel recoil when the board is behind the minecart. Adjust the position of the board so that when the minecart disappears, the board will push Link into the shrine. Step 10. Awaken Master Sword. Load a new save and progress until this part. Where Link's Master Sword starts glowing. Step 11. Retrieve the bow. Load the manual save and retrieve the bow. In my case, I used a hoverbike, but hoverstones with rockets is much easier. Make sure you do not have any bow equipped. Pick up the bow. Then go to where culling is. Do not use fast travel though. Make sure you have started the quest, but have not given him the bubble gem he is asking. Step 12. Build a cage. Use auto build to build a cage. Make sure the entrance is not facing the shrine. Glue a stake to it so that it doesn't move. Make sure you detach the material from the cage at this moment. Enter the cage, drop the recoil-locked bow. It will try to go back, but it's stopped by the cage. Also drop the zuggled minecart weapon. Move the weapon inside the cage. And pick up the normal weapon. Step 13. Fuse entangle a big board. Get this big board from this place nearby. And put it on this rock. Create a portable culling weapon. Then perform resync zuggle on a shield. Now overload cold fuse the big board to the shield at this spot. Drop the shield and pick up the board shield. Step 14. Now we close the cage with the big board. Make sure you do not have any weapon or bow equipped. Pick up the recoil-locked bow and the minecart weapon. Go inside the cage and close it. Get rid of that stake. Then we drop the bow and spam A to talk to culling. The skydive will start. After the cage becomes stable, give the bubble gem to coating. You will get a bokoblin mask and equip the shield fused with the big board so you can fall off. If you have not landed right in front of the shrine, end the dialogue, swap resync zuggle the minecart weapon, and restart from step 9 because the board is no longer blocked by the minecart. Also readjust the position of the bow if needed. If you landed in front of the shrine, then unequip the weapon with fused minecart. The board should push Link into the shrine. If it doesn't happen, restart from step 9 and adjust the position of the board. If Link is inside the shrine, then progress the dialogue so the new armor prompt appears. Press plus, then press minus and watch a memory. If everything is done correctly, the conversation will continue even though the screen is black. Once the dialogue is finished, you will be stuck in the loading screen. Step 15. Load the Prologue save. Press plus to open the menu. Although you cannot see anything, the menu is still opened. Spam R to go to the save tab. Spam down on your D-pad to go to the title screen button. Press A to select it, then press up on your D-pad. And lastly, press A to confirm. You will return to the title screen. At this moment, load the autosave in the prologue. The prologue Link will enter the shrine. Congratulations, you have succeeded. Now save the game. Once the Prologue Link with Awaken Master Sword is in the Ascent Shrine, the glitch is almost done, but you cannot exit the shrine yet because you haven't got the Parallel Pad yet, and you are not supposed to be in the Ascent Shrine. That's why you will void out when you exit the shrine. And since the game will send a Link to the last place where he touched the ground, which is the exit of the Ascent Shrine, that's why you will fall into an infinite loop of voiding out. To avoid getting into this state, we need to activate another text dive so Link is moved to an island where he can get to the Parallel Pad. And the steps are the following. Step 16. Recall lock a cage in front of the Gutenberg Shrine. Now go to the main save. Remove the board that was recall locked inside the Gutenberg Shrine. Go to this monster camp. Create a portable culling weapon. And swap resync Zuggle a shield. And the overload code fused the same cage you used before to that shield. Then bring the cage all the way to Gutenberg Shrine. You can transport it to the surface location of the shrine. Then use rockets to reach the shrine. Put the cage at this position shown in the video and recall rocket. Step 17. Rauru text dive. The position of the cage is crucial. If you fail to activate the text dive, you will have to restart the game. So it's strongly recommended that you test the position first. If you are on Switch 2, use your another save to enter Gutenberg Shrine and exit it. If Link is pushed away, then it means the position is probably right. If you are on Switch 1, you can zuggle a gas weapon and do the same. If Link is not pushed away, change the position of the cage and recall rocket again and try again. Okay, this seems to be a good position. Now load the Prologue Link save. Complete Ascent Shrine and exit the shrine. If Link doesn't move, then you get stuck in an infinite loop of ways out, and you have to close the game and restart from step 16. If the position of the cage is correct, the text dive will start. When you start seeing trees, finish the dialogue immediately. Once you have a Link landed on this island, save the game. You are almost done, but you still need to activate the skydive cutscene before getting the Pearl pad, because otherwise Zelda will never spawn. To do that, you can slot a hoverbike into this new save. Firstly, go to this place, then do the following steps. Step 18. Fuse entangle 4 zonai devices. Go to your main save, go to this place near Gutenberg Shrine, get a portable culling shield. Swap resync zuggle a weapon. Overload code fuse a control stick to it. Then drop the zuggled weapon, put the parent weapon and the child zonai device nearby. Do the same with 2 fans and a big battery. Step 19. Mineru face core swap resync zuggle. Glue 3 hover stones together, put them here. Create a coat-fused steering stick and fuse it to Mineru's back. Make sure you have not equipped any weapon, and pick up one parent weapon. Go to this corner. Check that you can't drop any weapon. Then activate Ultra Hand. Link will start flickering really fast. Press right on your D-pad. Then hold L to open the ability wheel. Make sure Link is visible. Choose the map rune, and before it opens, spam right on your D-pad to drop the parent weapon. Then spam right on your D-pad again to equip another weapon. Let the map menu open, and equip your bow or your armor, and drop the weapon you have equipped. This shoots Zuggle, the parent weapon to which the zonai device is fused entangled. Then do the same with the rest of the zonai devices. Step 20. Transport the hoverbike. Once the 4 parents are Zuggled, build a hoverbike exactly like this and put it on some hoverstones. Make sure it's not glued to the hoverstones, then transport it to this location. Build a hoverbike that has this shape. This is the most stable battery-supplied hoverbike configuration I have ever found. Step 21. Skydive cutscene. Check the position of the island where the Room of Awakening is and fly towards those islands. Make sure you do not go in the wrong direction because you will void out. Once you have activated the skydive cutscene, you can now progress and complete the 2 remaining shrines in the Great Sky Island. It's important that you do not push open the door for the first time, because you will not be able to fast travel. Playing as the Prologue Link also means that you will have the original uncorrupted right hand instead of the Rauru hand. You will also get a version of the champion's tunic called Message Not Found, which is upgradable, but the name will no longer be Message Not Found. Also, if you unequip it, then your right hand becomes the Rauru hand again. You also get an unbreakable master sword, also called Message Not Found, which has 60 base damage because it's been awakened, and you can make it have 250 damage if you receive this QR code. Equip a weapon with 1 durability, a +10 attack modifier, and fused with a silver lino horn. Load a save, and unequip the master sword, then equip it again. Also, when you get a new heart, the extra one will actually appear in the 3rd row. Unfortunately, the maximum number of heart pieces is capped at 40. Also, since you didn't pick up the decayed master sword, after you get off the Great Sky Island, you can go back to the Room of the Awakening and get it. On the other hand, if you get the actual master sword, you will see it's an Awakened Master Sword. However, it does go away when you beat the Phantom Garden at the Sanctum. Finally, I want to say that this video would not be possible without the discovery made by Aergyl and mulberry. But it would also not be possible if there wasn't the help from kind-hearted people such as Armindo, Aergyl, Jingle Duck, Calamity-Link, and Stark, Stringle Bells, Pear Force, Nightmare, Jordan, and everyone who I forgot to mention. Alright folks, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and smash the like button. See you in the next video. Take care and bye!